Your credit score is not as important as you think when it comes to getting approved for an auto loan. Hi, I'm Doug with Benz&Bowties. One of the questions that I get asked all the time is, what does my credit score need to be? Or, this is my credit score, what can I buy? I've got X amount down. The thing about auto loans is that they're very different from almost any other kind of loan. The number one thing that auto lenders prioritize is your auto history. And what I mean by that is, have you had a car loan before or multiple car loans, and how did you pay on them? Did you make all of your payments on time? Were you late on any of those? Did you have a car repossessed? If your auto history is perfect, then you are going to have a significantly easier time buying a car again in the future, because that is the number one thing they prioritize, far and above the credit score. Now, your credit score, is it important? Of course it's important, but it matters a lot less than you think. I've seen people with 800 credit scores making all the money in the world, and they can't buy anything because maybe they've paid cash for everything in their life, or they have an extremely limited credit profile. Unfortunately, to the bank, you're just a name on a piece of paper with the data attached to it. Just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean that you make your payments. I have come across so many people in my automotive career that have lots and lots of money, but they can't seem to make their car payment. They can't seem to pay their mortgage on time. They can't seem to pay their credit cards on time. So even though they have a lot of money, is not the kind of person that the bank wants to lend to. On the flip side, I've met some people that don't make very much money at all, and they can buy whatever they want because they always made their payments on time and they have a very diversified credit profile. So the point I'm getting at is that, yes, your credit score is important, but here's the thing. Your credit score can be very impacted in a short period of time by things like credit card utilization. You could have a credit card with a limit of $1,000, for example, that got maxed out. That could drop your score by 50 points in 1 month. If you've got great auto history, the bank probably is not going to care. Could it affect your rate a little bit? It might. You're probably going to get approved. You can always refinance it later. Do you have any auto history? And if you don't, that's okay. Start small. $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 tops. That's the kind of car that you want to look at first. Get your credit history established from an auto perspective and then work your way up from there. Assuming that you make all of your payments on time, you would be amazed at what you can do the next time you want to buy a car, even if other parts of your credit profile are less than perfect. Your score isn't the most important thing. Ideally, you want to have above a 700, but even if you're below that, if you've prioritized your auto payment history, you're going to be in great shape. One last tip for everybody here. If you're trying to work your way up the credit ladder when it comes to cars, go in increments. If you're trying to go from a $40,000 car to a $100,000 car with little to no money down, you're going to have a hard time because the bank's going to look at that and they're going to say, we don't have any evidence that this person can support a $100,000 loan on a car. You very well may be able to do that, but again, you're looking at your previous history to determine, do we feel comfortable in this person being able to make payments on time? So if you're looking to get into that luxury car, the car of your dreams, that's way up there in price tag, $80,000, $100,000, $150,000, you need to make sure that you've been working your way up. The banks will allow you to make little jumps from here to there. The big jumps are going to require a perfect credit profile, an amazing income, most likely a lot of money down. Your credit score is important. Don't get me wrong. I don't want anyone to think that score is not important, because it is. But a perfect credit score, an 800 credit score, lots of money, and a limited credit profile isn't going to get you very far.